morning and welcome to the channel. This is not ideal. It's very windy, it's blowing a gale, it's peeing it down, and the streets are flooded. It's actually running down this street like a river. Does that mean I'm going to let you down? Does that mean I'm not going to make a video? Does that mean I've given up? No, of course it doesn't. I will bring you a video today. I will film something. It might not be good. It might not be what you wanted. But it's probably better than me driving to Gibraltar to pick up a dog to take it to the vets. Possibly, maybe. Anyway. One of the problems in Spain, when it rains, is that Spain's not made for rain. Like, because it rains here so rarely, there's no infrastructure, there's no proper drains, there's no drainage, there's no gutters. The roofs don't have gutters on them at all. Like, so there's nowhere to put the water, so it just sits. And in the case of the mountains, well, there's always people parking the riverbeds, so there's always at least like 5 or 6 cars that get washed into the sea from way up in the mountains. And you can't even see Mijas today, it's just white like this. So yeah, not riding today. That would be a dumb idea. In fact, I'm getting wet just stood here. Fortunately, I've got the windsock on, so you can actually hear me, hopefully. Anyway, so my idea for today is a Brooks saddle review. The Brooks Swift. I want to start off by saying there are a million seats out there. There is literally a bum for every seat, and your bum may be different to mine. I don't have much of a bum, unfortunately. And so your experiences may be different to mine. I can only give you my opinion. Obviously, if you can, try before you buy, but a Brooks seat's a bit different because a Brooks seat conforms to you over time. Although, I have to admit, I found mine comfortable pretty much straight away. Anyway, I've had this saddle for over 1,000 miles now, since early January. Which I don't know, yeah, roughly over 1,000 miles. And as you can see, to say it's spent most of the time under my backside, it's holding up incredibly well. These little wrinkles, sorry, it's getting rain on it. These little wrinkles were in it when it was new because it's made from one piece of leather, unlike a normal saddle. I don't know if you can see it in there. There's no plastic base to the seat. There's no padding and there's no plastic base. It's just these hammock style rails with the leather on top, and the front adjuster bolt, which over the years that you'll own it, you adjust up, and that keeps the tension and keeps it nice. In profile, it's similar to a Selle Italia Turbo, which I had before this. The Selle Italia, I had the original one, the classic one that's made of leather, not the modern one that's made of suede. It's a bit of an armchair, is that saddle, and the padding was going, so Miriam was kind enough to buy me this for my birthday. It's a lot skinnier than the Selle Italia. It's a lot skinnier, and it's got roughly the same ramp at the back, and it's got a bigger cutout for your thighs, which is nice for me because I find that I get that nerve pinching in the back of my thigh. I tend to use thinner chamois, because thick ones can kind of get in the way, and I use the B-Twin 700 bib shorts for that. One of the issues, that's not really an issue, with the Brooks saddles, is that these rails here are quite far apart. So if you have a standard saddlebag that you already use and love, you may not be able to fit it. Miriam uses a Topeak saddlebag, which has separate straps and buckles, and that works really well. Brooks also makes saddlebags for a considerable investment, but they're very smart looking, and obviously they'll last you forever. I use tubular tyres, so this is my Vittoria Rally that I keep under the back of my seat, thusly, using an old toe strap. You could also use a tool roll. They're making a comeback, aren't they? They're, I won't say the new thing, because they're the old thing, but many people are loving a tool roll these days. So you could keep a tool roll instead of a tubular. I use tubular tyres. These Rileys are cheap, that's why it's my spare, and it's got old glue on it, so it sticks when you need it to stick. It's the old school version of keeping a tubular in your saddlebag, keeping a tube in your saddlebag. Your Brooks saddle when you buy it comes with a giant rubber seat condom. This is for obviously riding in the rain, because they're not the best saddle if you're going to be riding in the rain all the time. Obviously, it's leather. It's organic leather, but it's leather. And this is the cover that covers it. It's very grippy. Some of the other models of Brooks come with like a bag with a drawstring, other than the condom. Brooks probably won't like me calling it the condom, but that's pretty much what it is. It's a seat condom. But I usually keep this on most of the time as like a dust cover and stuff, just because I really like this seat and I want it to last forever. Although you can use and abuse them, and you know, they are incredible quality. This saddle cost me £95 from Chain Reaction. Wiggle have them in more colours, but I think they're a bit more money. Although I could be wrong on that. It's been a while since I've checked. Obviously your local bike shop can probably get one for you, I don't know. 95 quid for a seat used to be a lot of money. Like a while back that was a considerable amount of money. But if you look on the internet now, you'll find seats for like 3 times that. And for a seat that lasts forever, it's a bit of a bargain. It really is. Because these seats will last you multiple bikes. Okay, it's an old school look, and that old school look's not for everybody. And for that, they do the Brooks Cambium, which is like leather and organic rubber, which is the vegan option. Which I also looked at, but I just wanted the brown. I wanted the old school one. I fancied myself a bit of a Faustino copy, although nowhere near as short, good looking, or fast. So the features of the seat are obviously the big brass rivets, the fact that it's got no hard core inside, it's just leather, so it deforms slightly. I don't know whether you can see that. It deforms slightly under pressure, and over time it conforms and forms to your backside. The steel rails, the hammock, and the nut underneath, which you use to maintain the tension in the leather over the years. I will say that when I first got on this seat, that nut in the front sits right behind your nuts, which it's not uncomfortable, it's kind of supportive, but it's a really weird place to be supportive. It's rather intimate. It's not the lightest saddle in the world, but I tell you what, when you're 100 miles from home, which I've been on this saddle, in the middle of the Sierra Las Nieves National Park, and if I was on another seat and my backside started hurting, I would gladly trade off the weight for my arse not hurting. I've never had like a sore arse, uncomfortable, need to shift in my saddle moment on this saddle. Ever. It was made in the UK by professional, well-trained brummies who actually make a bloody good seat, and I can't fault them for that. You know, like I say, you can spend a lot more money on a seat that will not last you as long and will not be as comfortable. It comes with a 10-year guarantee if you register it online. I think it's 3 years if you don't register it online. And it's pretty damn good. I know guys who've had bikes since the 70s that are still rocking their original Brooks saddle. So to me, well worth it.
Should you go out there and buy one? If you're thinking about it, do it. You won't regret it. There are horror stories out there of people who've, you know, bought the wrong one, but they do the 17 model, which is touring model. Then they do the professional, I think, which is like an in-between, more upright, seated road saddle. And then they do the Swift, which, as you can see, has the kick. It's a really nice climber's saddle. And then they do the Swallow, but I think the Swallow's just a lighter version of the Swift. I might be wrong on that, don't quote me. But yeah, I love the seat. Another thing I have to mention, many people have said to me that the brown saddles last longer than the black saddles. Like, it takes longer for them to become super comfy, rather than just wearing in really quickly. But that does mean, theoretically, that they may last a bit longer. I can't confirm that. I've never used a Brooks saddle to destruction. You'll have to ask Eddie Merckx, or, well, the ghost of Faustino Coppi, or any old dude that you know who's used Brooks for years and years. But I can easily see, like, this seat will go with me from bike to bike, although I do plan on keeping the Otero forever because I love this bike. And I'll do a bike check on my bike in the future. I don't know when, but I will. Possibly in the rain on another day. Alright guys, that's all from me. So if you like this video, please let the world know. Share it, like it, whatever it, comment. You know, if you've got questions, if you're coming to Spain riding, from southern Spain riding, let me know. If you've got any questions, if you can hit me up on Twitter, and I'll either answer the question, I might answer you directly and put it in a video. If I don't think it's, you know, suitable for video, I might just answer you directly. Alright guys, stay safe out there, stay visible, stay seen, and I'll see you soon. We had lightning a few moments ago. Holding a selfie stick in a lightning storm, that's a good idea.